we had the chance to spend 2 months with the gorgeous Ashton Kutcher, then we will probably go weak at the knees. So we don't blame Katherine Heigl for doing exactly that on the set of her new movie, Killers. Glenda met the new queen of the rom-coms, who spilled all on how her co-star reduced her to a giggling schoolgirl.
Stop it! It's not shooting, honey. Oh, God!
It's gonna be a long day.
This is probably your first action movie. Tell me, was it difficult getting to grips with using a gun?
No, you know, I kind of, but I've been like around the prop guns. You know, they're not really real, right? I mean,
they were real.
They were at one time, but they don't have the mechanism in them anymore, right,
Well,
to shoot anybody.
Yes, the gun you shot was real, and it was like a blank bullet. It's just a cap.
I'm very good with guns.
Yeah. She's really good. She knows lots about them. It's terrifying because all the crew wear all this protective gear, and they're just standing, and the actors are just standing out there like.
You're like, guys.
What do you know? What do we know that you're not telling us?
You're not telling us because they're like in head-to-toe armor. And
literally, yeah.
What's going on?
Katherine and Ashton had great chemistry on screen, but was it the same on set?
We had fun. You know, Ashton is. I was very intimidated by him at first. I obviously have like known him via television and film for a long time and had never really met him personally except briefly once. And so I was just kind of, I mean, he's a big deal. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. I sound like an idiot now. But
he's one of Time Magazine's most 100 influential people, apparently.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little intimidating.
And he's very good looking too.
Yeah, and then I would blush a lot. I don't know if you remember in France that first date at the table scene. I was very blushy.
Really?
Blushy? You were like...
You know, it was like almost like I was taking the scene seriously, like he's flirting with me. And then they'd call cut and he'd be like, you know, so, but we did have a good time, and I respect him a lot. He's a very hard worker.
He said you're one of the funniest actresses out there anyway.
Does he? No.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'm going to call him. No, I'm just kidding.
And tell me, do you think in real life you could go away with your folks after a bad breakup, like your character Jen did?
I don't know. It feels a little bit like salt in the wound. I mean, I love my parents, and we do go on vacations together. I'm trying to think. The last few years, I can't remember any without my significant other, too. But I have fun with them. But I think, like, if you had planned a romantic vacation to somewhere romantic like France and Nice, and then get dumped hardcore and instead take your parents, then all the special little romantic things you were going to do together, you're actually doing with your parents now, the little wine tour.
It's not outside of the realm of feasibility.
And finally, Katherine, I love the hair.
Thank you.
Are brunettes having more fun than blondes?
It is. At first, I was like so enthralled with it, and Robert will tell you, the last 2 movies I've done with him, I wanted to be a brunette, and no one will let me, because the next character I'm playing, she's based on a character in novels. She's a brunette. I have to be brunette. No one can argue with me about that.
Yeah.
But now, of course, I miss the blonde.
And the first time I saw her brunette, I just kept going.
Your legs.
Oh no, you are not getting off that.
Shut up!
Killers is in cinemas nationwide from June 16th.